Okay, so you are all welcome. Carbohydrate, which is, but we have to start with the concept of biochemistry. That what is biochemistry on its own. So when we said biochemistry is actually one of the aspect of life sciences that trying to actually uh, talk about how life starts from atom. So let me just share my slides. Will now share my slides. So we are going to start with the historical development of biochemistry. So what is biochemistry? Biochemistry is emerged in the late 80th and the early 19th century. And the term biochemistry was first introduced by a German chemist called Karl Neuberg in 1903. And at the same time, the term that is the clinical biochemistry is evolved as an autonomous field in the year 1940s. Of course, biochemistry is very, very important, especially in clinics or in clinical or in medicine, because with the knowledge of biochemistry, you will be able to design drugs, you will be able to diagnose drugs, you will be able to do a lot of things from the knowledge of biochemistry. So, so these are some of the pioneers workers that actually make a great contribution in biochemistry. And first we have Basilius, which is actually the first scientist that was able to demonstrate enzymes catalysis. And of course, we know that enzymes are biomolecules and they are very, very important in life in terms of speeding the rate of the reaction. As we know that there are thousands of reactions that are taking place in the body, and some of these reactions that are taking place in the body, if there is no enzyme, they may not occur or they may take years without actually producing the desired product. So as a result of that, this scientist Basilius was able to demonstrate the enzymatic activity. And then the next one is Edwin Buckner, which actually the first scientist that was able to extract enzymes, that is to isolate enzymes. And then Louis Pasteur is a scientist that was able to actually demonstrate the fermentation process. And then Lohmann, the one that actually they were able to observe the role of creatinine phosphate in muscles. And then Hans Krebs, which actually the scientist that was able to demonstrate the TCA cycle. And then the next one is Banton MacLeod, which was able to demonstrate the insulin, and then there is also Fish overall, which actually showed a role of ATP, that is the energy uh, the energy currency in our body. Of course, if we feel that in our body we have energy, or we doesn't have energy in our body, it's actually as a result of ATP. So ATP is the energy currency in our body. And there is also Watson and Crick, and they are the scientists that first demonstrated the double stranded nature of DNA. And there is also Lance Steiner, which demonstrated the protein structure. There is also Peter Mischald, which actually shows or demonstrate the oxidative phosphorylation. And then the next one is the Rembach, which actually show the genetic code on RNA. Then we have Fallback, which show actually the recombinant DNA technology, which were the first scientist that was able to demonstrate the recombinant DNA technology. And then Carl Mullers, which actually discovered polymerase chain reaction, and then lastly Corana, which synthesized a gene. So these are actually some of the scientists, and as the time goes on, as we are doing the lectures, we are going to clearly see how these scientists play a role. We are going to see how these scientists play a role in terms of developing this, and all these things that I just mentioned. We are going to look at how they are important in biochemistry, as well as also how they are important in medical and life sciences. So the aim and the objectives of studying biochemistry. What is the aim and the objectives to study biochemistry? So first is to know the various biomolecules composed in human body, because there are so many biomolecules that are found in human body. So we need to understand the biomolecules that constitute to produce this human body. And examples of these biomolecules I just mentioned that we okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm coming. Maybe let's please postpone this lecture now. I have something urgent here now, very, very important. So we'll continue later. We'll continue with the lecture. Okay.